So, Jerome, I guess from now on, will there be a head on a swivel to make sure that head-butted teammates have helmets on?
Man, just that whole situation was it was crazy. Coming off the field, scoring touchdown, man. Excited. Man, I'm a, it's an emotional game. Exciting. Emotions are flying. Man, saw Mincy. Excited to see Mincy. Man, did not know he had a helmet on. He didn't have a helmet on. So clearly, but man, I apologize after. I felt so bad. But man, he's a tough guy. So man, he took it. He took it pretty well. So I'm glad he's not hurt. So it's good.
Jerome, what is Darnell doing so well to play at the level he's played at this season?
Man, Darnell is man, he's a special player. Just the ability he has, man. He's a very big guy, man. Can move so well, man. He's like a big dancing bear. Just man, a lot of the things too is like mentally things. Just he has improved on this year, as well as just knowing the guys he's rushing against, like a film study, really deep diving into the guys he's going against, man, and man, getting a good jump on him. So I think he's had a great year so far, and he's going to continue to have a great year for us. So.
I know Coach Hype and the players have talked about like turning hope into belief this year, right? And that started in the offseason, like Omari was saying. But winning big games has to have something to do with that, right? Beating Alabama, winning at LSU. What part does that have in making that belief real?
Kind of piggyback off of like Big O. Like it starts in the offseason. And that was like our big thing going into the offseason. That's the big thing Coach Hypo preached about, man, expecting to win. Because at the end, man, it's games, man. You play in the SEC, like you're gonna play tough. You're gonna play tough teams. You're gonna play ranked teams. You're gonna play, teams that are gonna be high ranked. And so, man, just going in there, it's all about your preparation. It's all about your work ethic. And all your preparation, man. When things don't go right, when you face adversity, you lean back on the preparation that you put in, you set forward. So as long as our preparation is good, we'll be fine. So that's kind of what we preach, here. So.
Jerome, and you've played center before too, so you can speak to this. Can you talk about how important Cooper is to make sure you guys operate at the speed that you do in addition to Hendon and everybody else?
Definitely, he's very important. Man, center he really sets the tempo. Honestly, man, setting the tempo. Got to get the call out, and man, then after that, it's rock and rolling. So, Cooper is very, very huge for our offense. Make sure he gets us lined up right, and also make sure keeping us four together as well. He's a middle piece of us. So, man, he's been doing a great job at that, of course. And he's going to continue to do that as well.
Jerome, just kind of a 10,000-foot question for you. I mean, you were recruited as far back as Butch Jones, committed to Jeremy, stayed through all that, and here 5 years later, playing for number one. Can you just put into perspective that journey? I mean, I see you visited UCLA. You've been pretty much everywhere all over the country, and here you are now. Can you put all that into perspective?
Man, it's crazy. When I first got here, man, it wasn't like this. And that's fine. And I knew what I was coming into. I knew what I was going to get myself into as well. But man, just excited to see how this program has changed around. Excited to see, man, the players in the locker room just like buying in, because it wasn't like that before. But man, as we move forward, man, it got to continue to be that, and it's going to continue to be that. And man, it's just about trusting the process. You can't focus on what the outside noise, what everybody's talking about, man. You got to worry about your guys, you're building the inner circle within this building right here. So, and that's why we're having the success we're having now, man. Is the guys are trusting us and believing in us, and that's all that matters.
We'll go to Mark, and then we'll go to Patrick.
Jerome, the tempo that you guys work under is obviously something that defensive linemen are not used to seeing. From where you sit, you've got a different perspective in the game because you're hearing things that are said from the defensive line. Are there any you can share with us essentially defensive linemen, the way they're feeling, the way they're reacting, the things that they're saying when they realize you're going faster than what they're used to?
I won't necessarily say they're saying anything because, man, we're going so fast. But you can definitely tell by body language. Body language says a lot. You don't have to say it wherever you can see it. But, man, you see hands on the hips. You see them, man, just trying to gasp for air. man, you get excited as offensive line standpoint, you know, man, because it's time to rock and roll. We're gonna keep rolling, so we love it. You know, we try to push it even faster when you see it. So as well as it helps the whole offense out. You know, helps the whole picture out. Clean looks, got guys running free. You know, that's what you want. You know, so man, make it easier than what it is, man. Because scoring touchdowns are hard. Man, playing offense in the SEC, man, playing in the teams we play, man, it's tough. And so, man, anytime you get a chance to score, man, it's exciting, man. You go reach the success and you go out there and celebrate your guys. So.
We'll do a few more. We'll do Patrick, Vince, Mike, and then Paige. Jerome, a couple things. First, with Hendon, what do you recall about maybe your first impressions of Hendon, and how have you kind of seen him grow out of his shell over the last year and a half? And then Jalen Wright had a couple of big runs in the game the other night. What was it like watching that during the game and going back on film and seeing him do that?
Yeah, first question, man, when Hendon first got here, man, you can tell he's a natural leader. You know, just wasn't as vocal as as you would want, but man, he was a leader. You saw all the ability, you saw the qualities of a leader in him, and just seeing it just keep developing, keep elevating as his journey moves on here at Tennessee. Man, it's amazing to see. Like I say all the time, man, he's an exciting player to watch, man. You know, and I got to get out of that. Like, man, you got to go. Man, block for this guy, but man, just seeing him do that, seeing him like lead the whole team, see the guys like, man, their eyes light up when they see him talk, man, because man, what he says, man, you gonna listen to him. So, man, it's great to see, man. He's a great leader, he's a great player, and an even better person off the field, man. And we love Hendon, so he's gonna continue to be there for us, man. And man, we love him. Your second question for Jay Wright, man. Jay Wright had a great game against Kentucky. Man, ran really hard, ran behind his pads. Man, just seeing the growth from him, you know, struggled before, has had some struggles early in the season, and even last year, and man, just seeing him to continue to develop and grow as a player, man, it's beautiful, you know. Man, seeing the running backs run, man, especially him, man, he had a lot of big runs, tough runs, man. So that's exciting, man. We love it up front. So yeah, he's gonna keep it up. So can't wait.
What do you see from Georgia defensively, the challenges they'll present?
Man, huge challenge, you know. Georgia is, man, a great team. Very well up front, plays very well, they play violent and physical up front, as well as man, the guys behind them, linebackers are really good, and as well in the back end. Typically what you see from Georgia, man, they're a great team, great defensively team as well. So with us is, man, the plan doesn't change, man. You just got to keep us being us. You know, we have to worry about us and we have to have us keep being better and keep improving and honing on details and things like that, man. We'll be fine. So.
Jerome, you talk about wearing out these defenses. That my mind goes to, what did you guys do to get in this kind of condition? I mean, you're some big dudes too. And when Josh first came with that plan that you're going to play this lightning offense, how do you get all the buy-in? I mean, there had to be days when you were wondering why you were running that much or conditioning like that.
Man, definitely. Man, first time we installed it, I was like, man, what did I get myself into? Because you used to huddling up and just playing at a slower pace, but man, got to give all the shout-outs and all the credit to the strength and conditioning staff. Man, they get us ready every offseason to prepare for this, playing this offense. Just by the runs we do, the way we live, it's all predicated of how we play, and so man, it helps us out a lot. As well as like I said, the way we coach it, the way they coach it, the way they help us out a lot. And as you get further in this offense, you see like you start to pick on things and like see, okay, I can I see how I can start tracking the ball, start getting a beat on the defenders, like where they're still playing and running stuff. Man, offensive line is still trying to push up, and people don't really see that. So, man, that helps out a lot too. So you start learning like little codes to it. So it's good.
You guys are obviously preparing for maybe a hostile environment on Saturday. What's the excitement level going into that, and how do you prepare for the noise to be on offense this time?
Mm-hmm. Very excited, very excited. You're in the SEC. Every time you play on the road, it's going to be a tough environment in this conference. But, man, it's really excited to go down there and play. All the guys are, man, ready to rock and roll. So we're excited. But still got to keep a level head, got to remain focused, man. Even with all the distractions, like I said, from the crowd, it shouldn't play any factor to us, man. We should be still good, still mentally focused and mentally lock in. and man, be ready to play. So we're excited.
Omari, a lot of talk about Hendon and the skill position guys on offense, but as a guy in the trenches, your group up front and the offense's group up front, how much pride are you all taking in how well you are playing so far this season?
Oh, we take pride in it every day. We know we come in, we all offensive line, defensive line, we always going against each other every day in practice, and we know we hone in on just being able to coach each other up. So different things like going against players in practice, like going against Jerome or things like that in practice. He coaching me up on what he see from me. I'm coaching him up on different things I see from him, just so we can always help each other and just continue to get better as an offensive line and defensive line.
Mark, was that the best game you've seen Dejon Terry play?
Hey, Dejon, he had him a great game. I was happy for him. We talked about it all week. He was saying all week that he just felt good about that week. He was saying it, and like me and Dejon, we're neighbors, so like when we always head home, we talk about it, just different things like that. But I was very happy for him. I'm proud of Dejon.
Coach Heupel said that Stetson Bennett is kind of underrated with, how mobile he is, using his legs when he needs to. So how important is it that you make sure he stays contained and doesn't get loose?
Yeah, I feel like that's something that's not really talked about a lot, but we know that he's able to use his legs and be able to use his arms. He's a great quarterback. He makes plays, and he's someone on that team that gets Georgia going. And we know that he's a winner. He wants to win. He led them last year, and I know he wants to repeat. And he's just really focused on this season. I could tell that they're just a good team, a really good team, and he's a part of that. So we just really have to hone in on just keeping him in the pocket and just be able to affect him.
You guys are an underdog in this game. At least that's how it's viewed. I think you were an underdog going to Pitt, going to LSU, underdog at home against Alabama. How do you feel about that that's how people view you in this game?
That really doesn't change the approach for us as to any other week. We come in every week just trying to get better, no matter underdog or expected to win. We come in just trying to get better as a team, getting the corrections from the week before and just continuing to just grow as a team. That's the main thing we really focus on is growth. And we know that we going out there, we playing for each other, and we trying to help each other win.
Maury, what do you see from that Georgia offensive line?
They're very physical. They play fast. They play hard. They'll try to finish you up front. They play through the whistle, and they're very well coached, and they just play very hard.
Danico Slaughter said after the game that he was surprised how quickly this program has turned around in the 2 years Heupel has been here. How do you feel? Have you been surprised by how quick it's been turned around?
Oh yeah, it's very surprising. Just being in a situation like this, it's like I was saying, it's just something you really dream for. Just really being able to be on a team like this, play with guys like Hendon on the offensive side of the ball, play with guys like Trey Flowers on the defensive side of the ball. Just two older guys who've been here, who really just helping us get to where we got to go. And it's just been really good just to be able to be on a team like this.
Omari, is it a different feeling for y'all going into games like this now, knowing that you absolutely have a chance to win them instead of hoping to win them? Does that matter at all? Does it make things different?
Yeah, you go into games. We always go into games expecting to win. That's just the culture we have here. No matter what, we always go into games expecting to win. But we things that we really focus on is just getting better for us every week.
Was there anything that changed that? Was it this year's Florida game? Was it Bama? Was there anything that really changed that, flipped that switch to, okay, yeah, now we know we can do this?
I'll say for us, it was really all happened for us in the offseason. We started focusing a lot on just expecting to be there and not hoping to be there in the offseason. We just come in every day, we try to get better, and we just work to be better every week. And everyone's pushing each other on the team, uplifting each other, just hoping that everybody, just doing and focus on those small details.
Maury, I guess people look at Tennessee and they think about the high-flying offense and all the points. You guys are in the top 10 in the nation around defense. Can you just talk about how you guys have built that wall and the pride you've got in that group?
Oh, yeah. The defensive unit, we just, like I said, we come in every day. We don't expect anything from outside noise or things like that. We just come in every day focusing on what we got to do, trying to get better. We know we believe in each other. Our coaches believe in us. Offense believes in us, just like we believe in them. So it's just all works hand in hand that we all just continuing to just pull our end of the bargain and just do what we got to do to get better.
I want to take two more from Omari, go to Patrick and then Paige. Omari kind of mentioned you guys are top 10 nationally in run defense. You're among the top 4, I think, in the SEC in sacks. Obviously, you guys are playing pretty well up front. What kind of feedback have you guys been getting each week from Coach Garner? Obviously, he has a really high standard and can probably continue to elevate it even more and more. What kind of feedback is he giving you guys, and how much does he continue to push you guys?
Oh yeah, he's we come in, we have good games. He comes in, he tells us how proud he is of us, and he just really comes in. He, like I said, he coaches us up every week. No matter how good we play, he's always going to have a better standard for us, and that's what you want. You never want to be satisfied, and Coach G's never satisfied. We never satisfy as a defensive line room, and we just always want to continue to get better every week, and he pushes us every week to get better.
This team, time and time again, has proven that it can thrive and succeed in these high-pressure situations, but now there's a real possibility of you all exceeding your initial goals of just reaching Atlanta. Now with playoff implications, East Division title, how are you all maybe adjusting and really handling this new level of pressure?
Yeah, we just really taking it game by game. We can't look, we know that's the end goal for our team as a whole, but we can't look that far ahead. We just really focusing on game by game. Georgia's the next game this weekend. We really just focusing on Georgia, just trying to get that win there and just doing what we got to do to get better this week to win in Athens.